Welcome to Lionheart Tarot. This is a tale of two cups. I'm talking to the universe, and what I asked the universe, I asked her about the soulmate cycle, but I said, where does this go? What happens here? Where does it all end? What becomes of this powerful soulmate connection that we've been pulling on, the energies? And I'm going to pull 3 cards. This is a pre-shuffle. This just flew out of the deck. Now, before I dive into this, let me remind everybody it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate. If it does, that's amazing. If it doesn't, please take whatever lessons you need and leave the rest. All right. Technically, it's for entertainment purposes only. And it's timeless. Like I say, I'm just being water. I'm going with the flow. All right. We know the energies. I know the Divine Masculine's held back. We know all this back and forth. If you've been following this from other readers or even myself with the little stuff I've posted, you know it's there. Now, I've been pulling a lot of offline readings because I'm learning. I'm the student. I'm like the Page of Pentacles, so to speak. I'm learning lessons in this, and I'm using my own life experience to try to translate the emotions that I feel in the energy the best way that I can. So I asked the universe, again, what becomes of all this? Where does it go? How does this story end? How does the Tale of Two Cups end? The Ace of Pentacles flew out of the deck. Something you've been waiting on a very long time. A solid, brand new beginning. A real offer, okay? The bottom of the deck was the Nine of Pentacles. Freedom, independence. This is mild arcana for the Empress, the Divine Feminine. Somebody's reset to the Fool at a higher level. This lets me know the Divine Masculine opens up. They actually open up. They're vulnerable. They learn their lesson of not holding back their emotions, all the love that they've suppressed. What's behind this is the Empress. You, the Divine Feminine, the Mother of Tarot. And tarot is life, and life is tarot. These are powerful connections. These are divine counterparts. There's a lot of destiny at play here. There's a purpose to these connections. Like I've said, I don't know what that is exactly, but the universe does. God does. There's the Page of Cups crossing the Empress. Opening up of emotion. It's a Page of Cups. It's not surprising. The Divine Masculine suppresses their emotion, but it is opening up towards you. And it lets me know that their feminine energy has balanced out. I've got the King of Swords, action, a plan. The King knows the truth about the power of this soulmate connection, and the truth about you, Divine Feminine, the Empress. It's crossed by victory. Victory after a long battle. Yeah, this has been a battle. It's been a real dogfight. The Divine Masculine's been in it. There's been a lot of ups and downs and back and forth. There's been third energies. There's been a lot. People have walked away from long-term connections. They've put down their own behaviors, their ego, their pride. That's a hard pill to swallow. Everybody knows that. But it feels like they're doing it, and that's what the universe is saying. So this is what I've got for a pre-shuffle. When I ask the universe, what becomes of all this? Now I'm going to pull 3 cards and a crossing card. And I'm going to use the witches to clarify. Universe, you know what I ask. I know it's a big question. It is. But where do we go? And listen, there's no timeline here. I don't know when this will happen. I have no clue. This is timeless. This could have already happened. Or it could happen in the future. Could be happening now. But we're going to find out. There's hope. Yeah, that's what I like here. There's hope for a dream come true. Because that's what I believe in true love, in the soulmate cycle. I believe in that hope. That love is the greatest healer and it's the greatest teacher. It is the biggest part of our soul's journey. We really do everything in the feeling, in the name of love. So I'm glad to feel in the energy that there's hope. Hope for something beautiful. through all the heartache and pain that we live through in life, what we have to go through, the struggle, that true love still exists. Whoa, these cards are really jumpy. All right, 3 cards in a bottom card. It's red, center, left, right, universe. What becomes of this Tale of Two Cups? What becomes of the soulmate cycle? We see somebody's free, something they've waited for a long time. Tell us whatever we need to know. Let's tap in. Let's tap into the layers. What's at the bottom of the deck after all that shuffling and jacking my jaws? The 7 of Wands. Somebody finally waking up to fight for this? Oh, man, I hope so. That gives me hope. What's the first card out? The Tower. Out comes the Tower. Where everything comes crashing down, the lightning strikes. The energy around, everything changes. What's out next? What's that 7 of Wands going to be crossing? We know the Divine Masculine's been defensive, guarding a broken heart, and all the layers that I've talked about and other people have talked about as well. We know they've been guarded. They've been protecting themselves because someone mistreated their love. Somebody made them feel like they weren't worth anything, that they didn't matter. And so they smile on the outside and they cry on the inside. And they were used to that pattern of behavior until they met you, Divine Feminine. And that's the Tower. And there's layers, because now we know in this energy there's that feeling of you getting away. Because they've been holding back. They're so used to it, so used to guarding that broken heart, so afraid that you're too good to be true, and at some point the shoe's going to drop. But then they realize the shoe doesn't drop, that you're real. Their wish is here. It's you. And they don't want that to be gone. And they want to fight for it. What's out next? The Lovers. Everything I just talked about got backed up by the universe, wanting to fight for this soulmate connection, the Lovers. Got major arcana, major arcana. What becomes of this? Someone's willing to fight for true love. What comes out next? A passionate new beginning, the Ace of Wands. Let me just peek what's behind this. Look, the 2 of Cups, the soulmate connection. Come on. I can't make it up. I wish I could. I'm not that good. I've been shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. Now, this is a general reading. And there's, I'll dive into some of the layers, but this is just what the universe wants us to know, that true love wins the day. But there's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of heartache and pain. There's towers. There's a price to be paid here. But there's a lot of spiritual and emotional growth along the way. It's the journey. It's the healer. It's the teacher. The Chariot randomly at the bottom of the deck. All right, I'll pull the 9 of Swords. This energy, there's fear. There's always been fear. There's always been worry. Why? Because, again, they never thought you'd be real. That feeling... Again, I like to say that it's like the Prince Charming. It's the Cinderella when you're a little kid and you think about love and getting married one day and having kids. However that resonates, however that applies. It's just that fairy tale feeling that people can have. I resonate with that, And the fact that you came true after all the crap that these souls have been through, it scares them. It scares the living daylights out of them. Because they have to be real. They have to be authentic. That's how these connections work. Trust, vulnerability, building a solid foundation on true love. That's the way it works. They never had to be real with anyone. They tried once, maybe twice. This card wants to come out. It's the 7 of Cups. They tried once or maybe twice. But somebody, again, they mistreated it. They took it for granted. And so they shut down. And when they met you, it did confuse them. Because, again, they never thought this would show up. We're going to find out more. What's crossing this tower? The 7 of Wands is crossing the tower. The Seven of Wands is crossing the Lovers. Can I make that up? I don't think so. The energy doesn't lie. Okay. Let me peek behind this Seven of Wands. The Ace of Cups. So here's the backstory. We talk about getting hurt, talk about them getting confused. They were defensive to this because it changed everything. It made them rethink what love really was, what it meant to them. And it did confuse them because they got so used to living in what they were living in. Why is the Seven of Cups here? The Two of Pentacles. It's a classic energy reading. The Two of Pentacles, they were confused. They were back and forth in their mind. They were defensive to this. They kept you at a distance. Guarding that broken heart. That Two of Pentacles, not making a decision, it lands you in a tower. They can't take it. We've known this in the energy forever and a day. This is beautiful. What's out next? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? The Two of Wands. It's read with the Seven of Cups. In all these connections, someone, and typically the Divine Masculine, has had to let go of something. Let go of their fears, let go of their confusions, let go of it all. Sometimes even a third party, something long-term, even a marriage. It's been in the energy. It's what's here. It's what drives them. And we know decisions have been made, or they're being made. When I ask the universe, this is what I feel. I feel they're going to fight for true love. It shook the very foundation on which they stood on energetically, on a spiritual level. Yes, it confused them. It made them rethink love. They were back and forth in their mind, keeping you at a distance, wanting to fight for this at the same time. And they know they had to let go of something. And here we are, a reset. The Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning. May I please have a crossing card, an affecting energy on this Ace of Wands, and 3 cards. This is what the universe wants to say. This is her Tale of Two Cups. I just asked her, what becomes of all this? Where does it go? How does it end? I want to know. And I'm trusting the universe is going to tell me in her way. And I think she's doing that so far. For anybody who follows energy reading and the soulmate cycle, well, the energy's holding true so far. Why is the Ace of Wands here, universe? Look, and I'm just shuffling. There's no rhyme or reason to this. There's no way I can predict or know that the Seven of Wands would come out like that. Twice. The Tower, the Two of Pentacles, the classic signs that we've seen, that we've felt in the energies. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Tell me about this Ace of Wands. 3 cards and an affecting energy. Let's pull it. A passionate new beginning, ending a cycle, beginning anew. I know there's transformation. I know there's been a lot of overcoming fears. There's been a lot of growth here. And I hope that carries on. I hope that this cycle brings 2 souls together for true love. So they can grow together. They can learn. And that carries on for generations to come. What's at the bottom of the deck? I don't know. Fear. The holding back. The energy around. The Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning. Yes, we know that. We know it's something that they've had to let go, or they're going to have to let go if they want to fight for this connection. The insecurities, the heartache and pain, that fear of lack. The card of the student, the Page of Pentacles. I'm like the student. I said that in the beginning. I'm learning. These are the lessons being learned from holding back from something beautiful. A passionate new beginning, something they've waited on a very long time. Let's not forget, you are their wish. You're their star. They manifested you. Why is the Ace of Wands here? The Magician. The soulmate connection. See, I believe there's a lot of soul contracts here at play. These are powerful, powerful connections. Alchemy energy led into gold. And in the end, they take action. They take action over these fears. They take action of the things that hold them back. They let them go. And they will fight for true love. I believe that in the energy. I do. Because I believe there's hope here. Why is the Magician here? The King of Pentacles. It's you. The once in a lifetime. This energy showed up. It also represents layers. Okay? This King of Pentacles represents stability. He's a good king. He is. He's grounded. He makes decisions. He's balanced. Your person they were back and forth in these connections. They had to rethink what their stability was. Rethink who their King of Pentacles, he or she, roles can be reversed, really is. What do they really want? What does true love really mean to them? They can't find you anywhere. We know that. They were back and forth about coming towards you. But in the energy, I feel it holds true that they do, that they take action. They don't let these fears stop them because they don't want regrets. They don't want to miss out at a life worth living based on true love. Why is the King of Pentacles here? The World. The most powerful card you can pull. Everything I've talked about, ending a cycle, beginning anew, resetting to the full at a higher level. Something must be let go of, and it's the fear of holding back. Everything I talked about, the insecurities, the doubts, and it all stems from being hurt. It's that heartache and pain. Working toward the soulmate connection, learning the lessons of working toward the soulmate connection. True love, the Two of Cups, an equal give and take. It's what your person had to free themselves of. Now I'm going to sit this right here. And I'm going to keep it simple. And I'm going to pull from the Wild Unknown. These are all powerful decks. And I'm going to pull 3 cards again in a crossing card. Anything else the universe wants us to know about this soulmate journey? I asked how it ends. A cycle ends and a new one begins. Somebody's fighting for love. For true love, the soulmate connection. Know there's layers. Know that in all the midst of all this confusion that got stirred up, the back and forth, the battle of the mind, there were illusions here. There were tricks, smoke and mirrors. But the power of this connection never faded, not in your person. They couldn't find you anywhere else, and they knew they had to let go of something. They had to complete this cycle. They had to fight for the love they felt for you because you've transformed their soul, and they yours. Healing, shutting down the brain and letting the intuition flow. That's nice. All right, I won't clarify this, but I'm going to ask for 3 cards. 3 more cards from the Wild Unknown. The universe, this is your tale. This is your gig. You tell it. Whatever else you want us to know. I feel true love wins the day. 3 cards and a bottom card. That's how I roll at Lionheart Tarot. The universe knows how I do it. I'm new. I'm learning. But I dig it. I really do. And I think the energy doesn't lie. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. And it is timeless. But hey, what can I say? I'm being water going with the flow. I'll let you tell it, all right? 3 cards and a bottom card, and I'm just shuffling. There is no rhyme or reason to this. There's no reason any of these cards should be coming out the way that they do. But they are. So the universe has a story she wants to tell about how this all plays out. 3 cards and a bottom card, universe. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. All right. This bottom card's going to cross the center card. What's there? Haha, the 2 of Swords. We couldn't end this without the 2 of Swords, the crossroads. The truth, the one that they had to let go of to come towards you to complete this cycle, and the truth about how they've always felt about you. And this is interesting because this eclipse, the only other card that has this is the Emperor, the divine masculine, who we know has had the journey, the struggle of letting go of all this and opening up and expressing their emotions, completing the cycle, fighting for true love, the soulmate connection, the lovers. And there's a real tie that binds here. All right. There's angel energy, and there's also a mix of that devil energy. What's out first? The Hierophant, the High Priest, the soulmate connection. The powerful connection that makes these two. It's beautiful. What's going to be out next? The Two of Swords is crossing. Now, there's layers to this, too. Let's find out. Well, of course, the Nine of Swords, fear. The crossroads. Everything they've had to let go of, the moment of truth. The Towers, the Two of Wands, completing the cycles. This is the journey toward the soulmate connection. Something more powerful than they've ever felt before. And that's the thing. Fear, anxiety, worry, I think in all of this, that's been the biggest thing anyone, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, have had to overcome. When it's all said and done, the fears that have held them back, however that applies, however that resonates. What's out next? The Hermit. It's the crossroads. Overcoming their fears for the powerful connection that is yours, the soulmate connection. And it truly is the evolution of the spirit in the Hermit. The waking of the soul. Their soul energy. And that's the purpose. That's the purpose of two soulmates coming together. To help the soul grow. To help it evolve. You are old souls. And these connections, you are. Look. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. I can't make it up. The holding back, the fears, the anxieties, the crossroads. I said I didn't want to clarify, but I do. I so want to. And I know you probably want me to. You want me to? Yeah, you want me to. Gosh dang it. Look, something you waiting on a really long time, holding back. Gosh, all right. Well, here we go. The cycle's completed. Give me an affecting energy on this Hierophant. A crossing card. We'll just take a crossing card. How about that? What do you say, universe? This energy, it blows my mind. It really does. It really, really does. The holding back, the crossroads, the fears, coming toward the soulmate connection. The Tower. It's just a repeating message. It really is. All right. What's crossing the Hierophant, the High Priest? The Chariot. Determination. Overcoming their fears. Now, we know they were torn. We do. Because we've got Towers and Two of Pentacles and Two of Wands all over the place. We know all about it. But ultimately, they're driven to come towards you. Racing toward their happiness, which is you. The soulmate connection. The Page of Wands. A new start, a conversation. Yeah, let's pull it. Why is it here? Communication, just what I said. Why is the Eight of Wands here? This is forward movement, determination, forward movement, racing toward their happiness, the soulmate connection, moving forward with communication, the lessons they've learned, the Page of Pentacles, everything they've learned about this soulmate connection. Why is the Page here? And there's always that nervous energy attached to it. There is. And that's okay, it's here. But ultimately, it comes to fruition. Why is the Page? This is communication. Why is it here? Justice, a decision for their happiness. Leads to communication. Communication, justice is communication. It's balanced energy. When you make a decision when you get justice, it makes you happy. It feels good. All right? Determination for everything they've ever wanted. All right, now the soul is awake. The connection is here. That old soul energy, that wisdom has come to the surface now. The decision's been made, the connection's together. They fought for true love, they battled through the crossroads. And the new cycle begins. And this new hermit soul energy, that's what I feel. It's what leads to the passionate new beginning. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new life now. Why is the hermit here? May I please have 3 cards and a crossing card? Why is it here? Whoa. Why is the hermit here? Because of victory after a long battle. Well, of course, we know that in the energy, and this is classic. We couldn't have this without victory after a long battle. We know the battle that's happened here. And there's the magician. Everything that this represents, what I talked about before, the alchemy energy turning lead into gold, the soulmate connection, a soul contract, the illusions, the confusion, everything. Damn, it's been a journey. It has been a long fight. But here we are now. And why is the hermit here? Because of transformation. The ending of a cycle and beginning of a new. A rebirth. A complete transformation of the soul. And that's what we're talking about here. Why is death here? Because of the truth. The Ace of Swords. The truth that they know. This connection. What they feel in the soul. The transformation. And there's reconciliation. We know that because they're fighting for this. They've overcome their fears. This is the truth. They can't unknow this truth. They have felt it from the moment they met you. It's why they make a decision. It's why they overcome all this. It's why they fight for true love. Why is the Ace of Swords here? The Six of Swords. Now, I had a feeling this would fall here. And the reason why is because this energy comes back. And these connections, it's red with death. Something had to end. Now, whether that was their own fears, or it was a third party, a third energy, something long term, however that applies, there was a storm that your person had to get out of. A hurricane, okay? That they needed to get out of. They needed to get into the more calming waters of their soul. They needed healing. And that's what they found with you in this soulmate journey. Your connection, ultimately, it comes together through heartache and pain, the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the feeling of sadness and loss. But at the end of it all, the purpose of your connection is to heal each other, to teach each other things, to grow. They've had to end something to have a rebirth. And there's many layers to that, but it all leads to victory after a long battle. True love wins the day. That's what I have in the energy. And there's the Wheel of Fortune, the universe herself. So powerful. It really is. It's amazing energy. The wheel's turned. The energy's changed. The end of a cycle and the beginning of a new. Look, coming out of the Hangman. Look, oh, 8 broken cups. Oh, I had to dig. I had to do it. You know it. Everyone in this, people had to walk away from their happiness. They had to feel being left out in the cold, missed opportunities, and they had to be vulnerable and take that bold leap of faith. It's true. overcome the nervousness, the fears, in order to move forward. Stepping into those waters of emotion. It's where it all comes from, folks. All right. That's what I've got. That's what the universe wanted us to know. And ultimately, this spiritual connection, this soulmate connection is transforming to the soul. It has been. There's forward movement in the Eight of Wands. Communication. The end of a cycle. The beginning of a new. Something had to come to an end. The death of one thing for a rebirth of something new with you. A lot of lessons have been learned here in this Page of Pentacles. Lots of lessons in this soulmate journey. And your persons realize the truth in this Ace of Swords. The truth about their own behaviors, all the things they've held back. The truth about how they feel about you. That they're never going to find you again. And so in the end, they make a decision for their happiness. And that leads to something getting made right here. That leads to this connection coming together, fixing this, healing it. I'll do it like I've been doing it. I'll end this like I've been ending them all. 3 cards. After I pull 3 cards, I'm going to shuffle the deck and I'm going to split it. And after I split it, I'll take the bottom card and the top card. Universe, what do you want to leave us with? Anything you want to say. This is your gig. This is your Tale of Two Cups. I'm just the messenger. All right? This is what I ask the universe. What becomes of all this? True love wins the day. Somebody fights for what they've always wanted. Their wish, their dream. They're not going to let it slip away. Yes, there's free will, and not all these connections will come together. They won't. But you can take the lessons they've learned. They can. And they can carry them on to another soulmate connection. But I feel for a good chunk of you, reconciliation and healing is coming. And there's been a lot of changes. A lot of growth within your person. A lot of growth within the both of you. You're meant for each other. You're both brought together for a purpose, a real reason. All right, now I'm going to split the deck, and we're going to wrap it up. The Hangman. Of course, the Hangman would have to come. It's such a powerful energy. It's everything that's been bottled up. It's all the emotions. It's the whole perspective. Everything they've learned because of this journey. Because of you. What's on top? The Nine of Pentacles. Isn't that nice? Remember we started with the Nine of Pentacles? Freedom. Independence. The person opens up. They come out of the Hangman tree. The wheels turned. The universe herself bringing these connections together. It's the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, the devil. Oh, the devil. Yeah. The devil's been working. Yeah, but it's not enough. And there's layers to it. That's what I've got. All right, folks. I'm going to leave it at that. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. I asked the universe, how does this all end? Where does it go? Please tell me. This novella, this soap opera is killing me. Well, I had a feeling. And I hope it comes true for 2 souls, many souls out there, that they find true love. They fight for it. They believe. They have hope. That love still exists. Goodness still exists in the world that we live in. Because I don't think a lot of people still believe it does. But I do. And I think you do too. I wish you all well in your journeys. I do. Good luck in life and good luck in love. God bless. And until next time, this is Lionheart Tarot, a tale of 2 cups.